I had a dream last night, and I want to talk about it, and I want to talk about it's linked to lots of things in the past. But I had a dream with a lot of people around me last night, and the energy was moving. And there's some deep subconscious root in all of us, in all the subconscious, and there's some ritual happening around money. And I only even told my mum fully more about this today because of this dream I had last night. And I want to say that it's to do with money and the subconscious, but I've read it all my life from another place. The reason why I'm obsessed with painting and this stuff is because there's a coding in it, and there's a coding where it brings down the subconscious, which is the unseen and the unknown up here, or floating around, or what we calculate from ancient time, or these parallels that are within our memory system. And that I don't know if this is connected to my dad, and there's some more information about what my dad did before he died when he was 38, and he died of pneumonia, and I know he died of parasite, and the pneumonia and the parasite killed him because he was fucked up. But he was fucked up because of this system, because of money, and I see from his bloodline. So whether they did it to him and that fucked him up, and that's why, or because of who he was around, and he was selling some drugs and some cocaine, and someone tell me that was close with him, that was selling drugs with him when he was younger, that he was working for a firm within the firm for the Bank of England. And after my operation, when I nearly went crazy, is because I see something. And a lot of people are saying to me that, you know, this was in Canterbury, and there's 14 ley lines, and there's a lot going on with this place, and I don't know the full details, but I'm going to tell you the snippets of what I'm piecing together and the main root of this, because it's affecting everyone right now, and no one can see it, and it's everywhere, and it's affecting the wars, the parasites, to present moment. And all of this time has one thread linked between the ancient and these parallels. And the parallel links you every day when you touch money, every day when you think about your family, every day when you think about these things, and they put people in the spotlight. We are a crystal. When they put a celebrity in the spotlight, they encode some coding, and there is coding linked to money. And it is not to do with, it's a sub lane. And the sub lane for me is, I see this coding that I pull the energy down when I'm painting, and I put it into physical matter. And it is about the money, the shape of the money, the coding and the art in the money, and how it matches the buildings, and how they use this code and they link it through all the parallels just through visualizing, and they put it into the magnetic field. The magnetic field speaks in your third eye in dimensions, like this AI grid, like this black goo, like this technology, this nanotechnology. And it is very ancient, and it's linked to money, because everyone around the world uses money every day. And I'm seeing the English lane of this, but there's lanes of each money has its own artwork, and in the order of the light of the artwork and how it stores in your memory, and then how you go out day to day, and in Disney, in these cartoons, in all this stuff, you see this coding, and it goes back and it talks to you here, that you are disconnected from yourself. You're in your conscious from what you know from school, from all this stuff. And then there's your deep subconscious. Your deep subconscious is, you know, every day you blink, every day you move. You're not telling yourself to breathe, 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 blink, blink, blink. There's a subconscious root that has this coding that is telling everyone's hearts to beat and your eyes to blink. And like, this is very ancient to the light source of this planet. And there's a magnetic field. There's up, down, left, right, hot, cold. There's a duality of a parallel. There's a main vein. And they've tried to encode this main vein and torture us through the MK Ultra, through the mental hospitals, through leaving seeds here, and they lock the door. But this door is so bright with energy, with fear, with torture, that every time you connect it to your conscious, which is linked with money and these codes and stuff that you don't know, has a deeper one, that the deeper one constantly feeds this shallow one, like a puddle from the deep bottom of the ocean. And this, I am reaching this like a deep ocean trench. Like sometimes I can spend 3 days and I'm swimming to the bottom of the ocean, and I touch the floor, and every time I touch the floor I reach this root, and it's showing me how they did this. But all my life I read just the coding, and now I'm starting to see the other end of it, which is what actually happened, and it's not this code. It's like the money has the ancient lane in it. So the money is an art form that has been brought down and then used in another art form. But the actual art form on the money, the symbols, the weavement, the layering of the light codes in the money that you touch and you hold every day and that you see every day, goes down to this file that they've created. And they've done this. I'm seeing this English root of this. I saw the Queen when I came out of my finger. The Queen was linked with this. That's why her face is on the money, and it was like some subconscious black magic that affects the whole earth. Because if you're using money and you care about money and you're craving money in your life, then you are affected by this. Because I've been doing everything to try and untangle it, and I've been moving the black through the crystals, the black goo. What they say when you burn a body, that the consciousness of the waters just disappear, it goes into the ashes. The consciousness of the body should go in the ground, or like the tribes do, they feed it to the eagle, to the vulture, the death realm. They run the death realm, and they're keeping us trapped within our subconscious, within us, and they use the money to speak to you here, to manipulate where you go, and it caused so much pain in the parasite that if they did it to my dad or my dad's dad or my dad's family back in the day, then it filed through the blood to them, and they know maybe it's to do with O bloodline. I keep meeting the O bloodline, and this is evident. These people are real. This stuff is real. This money thing is attached with me, and it's the Bank of England. I was seeing the Bank of England, the Bank of England. These people live out of time without money. Money keeps you in two parallels of time and money, diary time money, and you have to run them to survive. These people that have the money and the Bank of it, they go beyond money, beyond this stuff. When you're talking about aliens and that, maybe they did create these light codes, they did create this step. And when people talk about it, they know that you're connected with this hidden realm that they create and that they've kept going in them. And that it's not about just go through that, it's about the root of the energy of how they're doing the alchemy of it. It's not exactly about just the money. This is the alchemy behind it, behind where it moves, where it's capped, how many people have it and then come outside of it but still own it, and all this stuff. But it's linked to your subconscious and your memory, and they seeded it in the memory, and it's the light code. Say they did this money ritual on this person, and then they did this money ritual on this person, and the algorithm of that order of light stays the same. So this person knows that person's had it, and they can